5 times, losing $40,000 in jewelry. Though he survived, the trauma left him paranoid, suffering from PTSD and nightmares.
So I got shot. I'm like, yo, what happened? Come see me in jail. Biggie all in the air to my Gary Parker's my homeboy room, but not seeing me. My homeboy Stretch is going to Biggie's concerts. Niggas is like abandoning me. But all in the air and on TV, they like, yeah, Pop, rest, you know, keep the struggle on. I was like, yo, I'm starting to turn into like Slick Rick. Niggas is just going.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You said it's your man's, bro. You gotta pull up and see him in jail at least once. I think every real nigga done did it, so I don't know. Write a nigga a letter, something, bro. That ain't going through it in that month. True. Like, what are we doing? What are you talking about? Also, y'all let these niggas rob me? Like, I thought they were just shooting, bro. Y'all let these niggas rob me, bro? 40K?
Act like I'm gonna just be in jail and they gonna give me shout outs and try to take my position. And if you watch, that's what Biggie did. I told him that I trained, he was supposed to be thug life. All while he was coming up, I used to let him come on stage with me, he was screaming thug life.
At the same time, Tupac was dealing with the Ayanna Jackson case, and just 1 month after the shooting, he was convicted. In February of 1995, he began his sentence, and just weeks later, Biggie released Who Shot Ya, a move that stirred controversy.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the oxa. Weak hard to creep in Brooklyn Street. It's on.
Though the song was reportedly recorded before the Quad Studio incident,
I don't really think nobody fucking with me anyway, you know what I'm saying? 24 fucking hundred. I come from that fucking block. I been out that Johnny up and up that cutter. If we cannot get.
Welcome back. We back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to a Clout Cancun video about the biggest rap beefs in history. Let's get right into it.
Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. We're kicking this off with the biggest beef in rap right now. Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. While things have cooled off musically, the tension is still alive. The two started off on good terms. Drake featured Kendrick on his Take Care album, and Kendrick had Drake on Poetic Justice for his Good Kid, Mad City album. Drake even brought Kendrick on his Club Paradise tour as an opening act, but many believe that their relationship shifted after Kendrick's explosive 2013 verse on Big Sean's song Control.
I heard the barbershops being great debates all the time about who's the best MC, Kendrick, Jigga, and Nas, Eminem, Andre.
Kendrick name-dropped several rappers, including Drake, and though Drake did not respond with the diss track like others, he addressed how he felt in an interview.
People still banging it, man. Where is Drake at with Control?
I'm probably like as done as like the rest of the world is with that record. Like I think it came and it went, you know what I mean? And not to discredit it, like it was a good moment, but at the end of the day, it's just like, it was like one of those sort of like fleeting like Twitter frenzies that like, it was cool for what it was, you know? And I'm just into making like, my thing is like, I like lasting power, you know, that's my thing. I want you to still be listening to this album in the summer or, you know, next year, where I want this to stay.
I mean, I'm glad to try to pivot back to the album, but brother, we weren't talking about an album. I don't really. You talking about, nigga, you acting like this song was on Kendrick's album. Nigga, this is a feature. Like, niggas get mad at throwaways still.
In your car, stay on your mind. It's like not even about the music, you know what I mean? It wasn't even about like the content of it. It just seemed to be about like, you know, all the and all the talking at the time. And now everybody's like over it. Nobody plays it. It's just like whatever.
But I think
this sparked a years-long cold war of subtle disses between the two. Eventually, things boiled over in 2023 when Drake dropped first.
That's the beef I wanted to happen. Oh, yeah. I like, bro, dude, could you imagine J. Cole? J. Cole would have cooked, man. Matter of fact, I can't even say J. Cole would have cooked Drake. Because he would have got sensitive and be like, this is bad for my spirit.
First-person shooter with J. Cole.
Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
J. Cole called himself, Drake, and Kendrick the Big Three. Kendrick declined to appear on the track, but responded back in 2024 with his verse on Future's song Like That.
I still got PTSD. The big three. It's just big me.
This opened up the floodgates. Drake released Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle, the latter drawing backlash for its AI use of Tupac and Snoop Dogg's voices. This led to the track eventually being pulled after Tupac's estate threatened to sue. Kendrick responded with Euphoria and...
You know what's funny? At first I was mad at the Pac shit, right? But now that I think about it and really like listen to it again, if I go listen to it again, I think I'm gonna just laugh. Like, this is hilarious. Like, bro, you really trying to play nanny boo boo with a nigga? Like, bro, what you trying to trick me into doing something? Like, I'm not about to get emotionally invested into some bullshit. This is AI bullshit.
616 in LA, Drake clapped back with Family Matters.
You did it dirty on your lips trying to make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
Within 45 minutes, Kendrick strategically responded with Meet the Grams, then delivered the most viral track of the beef, Not Like Us.
Now, and Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop.
Drake ended his run with The Heart Part 6, mimicking Kendrick's The Heart series. That closed the diss track chapter, but not the beef. Since then, there's been all sorts of stuff that has happened. Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl and dissing Drake, Drake suing UMG over Not Like Us, Kendrick hosting a pop-out show, Kendrick selling out 2 shows back-to-back in Toronto and dissing Drake both nights. Drake has also managed to still have success with Nokia being considered as the song of the summer. With the planned release of Drake's next album, I'm sure that there will be some bars about Kendrick. As of the time I'm writing
Some bars. I ain't gonna lie. It really seemed like he just want to smoke with LeBron James. Like, if you want to beef with LeBron James, I ain't gonna lie, you're gonna have to get into the league, Drake. You're gonna have to start hooping or something, gang. Like, you dead gonna have to get a 10-day contract with the Raptors and just drop buckets on Bron. That's the only way you're gonna beef with LeBron James, brother. Oh, what are you talking about? He doesn't rap. Have I heard LeBron rap? I think I have heard LeBron rap. It's not rap beef worthy, for sure. Or is that KD rapping? One of them niggas rapping.
This, Drake just subliminally mentioned Kendrick on his new single, What Did I Miss? With how the battle went down and the lengths that both artists went to, it's hard to see the two ever squashing the beef. Nas versus Jay-Z. Speaking of squashing beef,
Nas won. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't type Jay-Z. Nas won. I don't care.
beef, we have Jay-Z and Nas. 2 incidents are said to be the reason why their feud started. One of them is that Nas skipped a recording session for the song Bring It On for Jay-Z's 1996 album Reasonable Doubt. This is something that Dame Dash, the former co-CEO of Rockefeller Records, has confirmed. He did not say that this sparked the feud, but did say that Nas and AZ were supposed to be on the song, but they never showed up. The other sad reason is believed to be when Memphis Bleek took offense to Nas's lyric on his song Nostradamus.
You should welcome me back. You want to ball till you fall? I can help you with that. You want beef? I can melt in your hat.
Memphis Bleek believed that the lyrics were about him, with Nas seemingly referencing the hook for his song What You Think of That.
I'm a ball till I fall. What you think of that? What you think of that? What you think of that?
Fans also believe that Memphis Bleek was going at Nas on his song Memphis Bleek Is, which is said to be similar to Nas's song Nas Is Like. But Bleek responded to what Nas said on Nostradamus with his song My Mind Right. There were also earlier
Hold on, bro. Why the hell I was sleeping on Memphis Bleek? I kind of like his cadence. Now, granted, it's sped up, so it could be slower. That's kind of hard.
Issues that have been said to be the cause of the beef between Jay-Z and Nas. Those issues being Nas refusing to redo a hook that Jay used for Dead Presidents, in which he sampled Nas, and both of them competing for the crown of New York after Biggie's death. Nas also hinted at Jay-Z copying his style on his song Last Real Alive. To put it in perspective, by 1999, Jay-Z had become the hotter artist. Though Jay-Z is older than Nas, it was Nas who dropped an album first, with him doing so in 1994 with Illmatic. Jay would not drop his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, until 1996, but Nas was...
Like, bro, the first time I heard Illmatic was like, what was that, 2008? 2010, something like that? It was still fire.
Way hotter at this time, with him dropping It Was Written a month later. That topped the Billboard 200, selling 270,000 copies in its first week. By 1999, the roles were reversed. Jay-Z was musically way hotter than Nas after the massive success of his third album, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, and his fourth album, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. Nas started off 1999 hot with the release of I Am, but tried to drop 2 albums in 1 year with Nostradamus, and that did not do nearly as well critically or commercially. Things exploded in 2001 when Jay-Z previewed his diss Takeover at Summer Jam. He dissed Nas and Mobb Deep while also bringing Michael Jackson on stage. Nas responded with the Stillmatic freestyle.
Count off when you sample my voice, I ruled it. Before you used to rap like the Food Snickers, Nas designed a blueprint to the kitten.
Though it was good, it was not enough, as Jay-Z released the full version of Takeover in September of 2001 when he released his album, The Blueprint.
Just garbage, you fell from top 10 to not mention at all. To your bodyguard, Wally's verse better than yours.
Nas viciously responded with Ether, which he released on Jay-Z's birthday in December of 2001. But the song was officially released on Nas's album Stillmatic. It became a defining diss track in hip-hop.
Fellas, Foxy got you hot cause you kept your face in a puss. What you think you getting girls now cause of your looks?
One of the responses that Jay-Z responded with,
Bro, you should just play the hook. I ain't gonna lie, that hook alone. Bro, that nigga, he was cooking that nigga with spelling. This is crazy work, bro. Nas is crazy.
Was super ugly. In this track, Jay-Z crossed lines by mentioning having relations with Nas's baby mother and putting condoms on his baby seat. It got so bad that Jay-Z's own mother heard the track and made him apologize.
He looked
Mom
like
put in the call. Mom put in the call. She was tight. She said, Jay, you were out of line. Yeah. So, once again, you feel like you were out of line?
Yeah, I felt like I didn't think, I didn't think about, all, like, his feelings all, Carmen's feelings all, even for my mom, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was really like a, let me meet you level of disrespect because the only other way we can do it is really see each other somewhere, really trying to hurt each other, you know what I'm saying?
Fans largely declared Ether to be the better diss track, but what we got was not the original version of Ether. The first version was produced by Swizz Beatz, and it said that this version of the song was noisier and faster. It also contained the infamous Aaliyah Dame Dash plane crash line. When Steve Stout, Nas's manager at the time, heard the song, he felt that Nas's career would be
Nasir, what the hell? Why the hell would you say that? Why would he say that?
over if he ever released it, so he wanted him to redo it. So the version of the song that we have today that's produced by Ron Browse is
Man, shout out Ron Browse, nigga. I used to have a beat tape of this nigga, man. Stop
considered to
playing,
be a lot softer than what it was originally intended to be. With the success of Stillmatic and Nas's momentum at an all-time high after Ether, he was set to headline Summer Jam in 2002. A year prior, Jay-Z had his big moment, and now it was Nas's turn. This did not go according to plan because Nas planned to pull an insane stunt where, let's just say, he planned to play Hangman with a dummy of Jay-Z on stage. After being told that he could not do this, Nas did not perform. But 3 years later, in 2005, the two squashed their beef and remain cool to this day. Another thing that's notable in this
Did they? Did you just hear what this nigga was gonna do, bro? He was gonna bring a mannequin of that man on stage and hang him. What the fuck? What in the popular trees is he talking about? Damn, Nas was with that. Hey. You try to take it there. He gonna take it there, clearly. I'm glad no one else ever tried to beef with Nas. Because if it wasn't Jay-Z, imagine if it was like a lower tier rapper, bro. Nas would have cooked the out of that man and then destroyed his career and performed that for multiple years with Hangman version of this person. I feel like he didn't do it because Jay-Z is just one of the biggest in hip hop. And if you do that, it's like, brother, it's really be forever. Like, what are we doing here? Also, I feel like they be having like a subliminal Cold War type, first billionaire type vibes now instead. Like, I guess it's competitive fun, I guess.
This feud is that it happened when Nas's mother was sick with breast cancer, so he was dealing with a lot emotionally during this time. Unfortunately, she passed away from breast cancer in 2002. Rest in peace. Biggie versus Tupac. Another case of friends turned enemies. Their beef started after Tupac was shot and robbed at Quad Studios in 1994. He was there to record with Lil Sean when he was ambushed in the lobby and shot 5 times, losing $40,000 in jewelry. Though he survived, the trauma left him paranoid, suffering from PTSD and nightmares.
So I got shot. I'm like, yo, what happened? Come see me in jail. Biggie all in the air to my yeah, Parker's my homeboy wound, but not seeing me. My homeboy Stretch is going to Biggie's concerts. Niggas is like abandoning me. But all in the air and on TV, they like, yeah, Park, rest, keep the struggle on. I was like, yo, I'm starting to turn into like Slick Rick. Niggas is just going.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You say that's your man's, bro. You gotta pull up and see him in jail at least once. I think every real nigga done did it. So I don't know. Write a nigga a letter, something, bro. That ain't going through it in that month. True. Like, what are we doing? What are you talking about? Also, y'all let these niggas rob me? Like, I thought they were just shooting. Y'all let these niggas rob me, bro? 40K.
Act like I'm gonna just be in jail and they gonna give me shout outs. They trying to take my position. And if you watch, that's what Biggie did. I told him that I trained. He was supposed to be thug life. All while he was coming up, I used to let him come on stage with me. He was screaming thug life.
At the same time, Tupac was dealing with the Ayanna Jackson case, and just 1 month after the shooting, he was convicted. In February of 1995, he began his sentence, and just weeks later, Biggie released Who Shot Ya, a move that stirred controversy.
Who shot you? Separate the wheat from the oxa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn Street. It's on.
Though the song was reportedly recorded before the Quad Studio incident, the timing made it feel like it was a taunt. While in prison, Tupac heard rumors that Biggie was behind the attack, which only deepened his anger. Meanwhile, Biggie's career was exploding on the outside. Tupac was released in October of 1995 on bail in Part 2 Suge Knight, which led to Tupac signing with Death Row Records. He quickly started working on his album All Eyes on Me. This was released in February of 1996. While there's some lines on this album that can be perceived as this is too Biggie, there isn't a full-fledged diss song towards him on the album. That would not come until June of 1996 when Tupac released the cold-blooded diss track Hit 'Em Up.
Now it's all about Versace. You copy my style. 5 shots couldn't drop me. I took it and smelled.
This track was brutal. Tupac claimed that he slept with Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, though that claim has always been disputed, especially by Faith. The diss
from what I'm learning, well, really studying, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. Especially not back then. Like, it's probably ways to fact check it now to where the internet going to dispute it, but back then, that did not matter. Brother, did you hear what he said? Did y'all see the music video?
left Biggie angry and hurt. Despite pressure to respond, he never made an official diss track. But there's belief that Biggie dissed Tupac after his death, especially on the song Long Kiss Goodnight.
Stamina, slugs missed ya. I ain't mad at ya. Blood rushing, concussions ain't nothing.
According to Lil C's, Biggie's close friend and member of the Junior Mafia, Biggie told his team to not retaliate at all. But tragically, the two never reconciled. Tupac was killed in a drive-by in Las Vegas, Nevada in September of 1996. Though the case has went unsolved for years, many people have speculated Bad Boy's involvement due to their ties to the men who were in the car that shot at Tupac. Just 6 months later, Biggie died in a similar drive-by in Los Angeles, California. People warned him to not go to LA so soon after Tupac died, but he did not listen. There's rumors that Death Row was involved in this, but as of now, both of their cases remain unsolved. There's hope that at least in Tupac's case, that we might see some justice in the near future. East Coast versus West Coast. This is essentially a continuation of the Tupac and Biggie story. While often framed as Coast versus Coast, it was really Death Row Records versus Bad Boy Records, with Tupac and Biggie as the figureheads. One major incident was the 1995 Source Awards, which had several unforgettable moments. The most infamous was when Suge Knight accepted an award for the Above the Rim soundtrack that was put together by Death Row Records. During Suge's speech, he publicly dissed Diddy on stage.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
A month later, Suge's friend and bodyguard Big Jake was gunned down at Jermaine Dupri's birthday party in Atlanta, Georgia. Diddy's former bodyguard Wolf was blamed, though accounts differ on if it was him or not. There's stories of Wolf not being the actual guy who did it, but the guy who actually did it was also affiliated with Bad Boy Records. Either way, this incident only deepened the tension between Suge and Diddy. That same year, things escalated again during the filming of the Dog Pound's New York, New York video shot in New York City. During the shoot, their trailer was shot up. According to Snoop, they had tried to appear on Funk Flex's show to show love to New York and invite people to the set, but were turned down. Soon,
brother, why? So you just gave them niggas the drop. That's what it just sounded like. You just said, yeah, bro, this where we gonna be at, man. You shooting a music video, come through. Nah, we not gonna do that. Hey, it's a music video. You know what to do. Like, nigga, I would have gave their ass a false address.
After Biggie reportedly called into Hot 97 telling Brooklyn to stand up, as the music video was shot in Brooklyn. Many believe that Biggie saying this incited the shooting. Though the Dog Pound said the song was a tribute to New York, the incident changed everything. They later filmed scenes knocking over buildings, which only added to the animosity. Tensions between Coast had actually started earlier in 1991 when Tim Dog released the diss song F Compton in response to a label asking him to imitate NWA.
All you took up that riff on the West Coast, I'll dip and spray ass like a roach. You think it cool with your curls and your shades.
This
I'm contemplating actually like going to see what the hell he talking about. What is he talking about? Also, please tell me they responded. Please, God, tell me they responded. Tim Dog.
F. Compton in response to a label asking him to imitate NWA.
All you suckers that riffs on the West Coast, I'll dance and spray ass like a roach. You think it cool with your curls and your shades.
This track notably got a response from Snoop Dogg when he dissed Tim Dog on Dr. Dre's song Dre Day.
I'm talking about you and me, toe to toe. Tim, if you teeth, your bark was loud, but your bite wasn't vicious.
Fast forward again, and while the media amplified the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, it had very real consequences. After Tupac's death in September of 1996, Farrakhan hosted a peace summit. Then, in February of 1997, Snoop Dogg and Diddy appeared on the Steve Harvey Show, urging unity, but just weeks later, Biggie was gunned down in LA. A final peace summit followed Biggie's death, and since then, the East and West Coast have remained at peace. Sadly, it took the loss of two legends to bring it about. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
I smell pussy, is that you heard? I smell pussy, is that you jive?
It's gonna breathe here like 50 snitched on minutes. A $50 that nickel then down and that like penny.
Get down, I'm back in the game, shawty, the rule and conquer. Sing for hoes and sound like the Cookie Monster.
Your heart ain't cut for the.
Oh my God, why would you beef with 50? Like, I ain't gonna lie, can you just concede in the beef, like, before it even starts? Could you not just, or you just gonna get exiled from the game because they're gonna be like, you's a bitch. I'm just wondering, like, nigga, I'm not beefing with this nigga. And it's not because, oh, he crazy, da-da-da. No, nigga, do you not hear these beats he is rapping on? He's busting this nigga ass. That nigga beat selection God's here. What the hell?
It's gonna breathe here like 50.
This is a mixtape.
The loss of two legends to bring it about. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
I smell pussy, is that you heard? I smell pussy, is that you jive?
It's gonna breathe here like 50 snitched on minutes. A $50 that nickel then down and that like penny.
Get down, I'm back in the game, shawty, the rule and conquer. Sing for hoes and sound like the Cookie Monster.
Your heart ain't cut for the code of the streets. You're wondering, is it murder that shot me?
50 Cent and Ja Rule have one of the most infamous feuds in hip-hop history, one that spans decades and still has not been resolved. According to 50 Cent, the beef began in 1999 when a friend of his robbed Ja Rule. Later, Ja Rule saw 50 hanging with that same guy. Ja happened to see that 50 Cent was around the man who robbed him, and this led to animosity. From Ja Rule's account, he did in fact get robbed by this man that 50 knew. Only thing is that Ja Rule knew this guy too, and he was cool with this dude. There was some miscommunication with the man believing that Ja Rule slept with his girl while he was in jail. Despite Ja Rule not sleeping with his girl, the man still robbed him. Ja Rule eventually called up Black Just and Supreme.
Hold on. You telling me you got robbed because you allegedly hit something that you ain't even hit? New York niggas robbing niggas for that? What?
McGriff, two powerful street figures from Queens, to help recover his stolen chain. Within 20 minutes, Supreme had the chain back. This incident and Supreme's loyalty to Ja planted the seeds of animosity between 50 and Murder Inc., especially since 50 felt that Supreme, someone from his neighborhood, should have backed him with his music career, not Ja Rule. Any move I decided to make, they were supposed to roll with me because I'm actually from the same effing cloth. I'm an offspring of them. I'm not a relative. I'm not a brother or sister to these dudes. I'm a distant cousin. I'm from down the road. Everything that's effed up about me is from these MFers. Things escalated further when 50 showed up armed at the Murder for Life music video shoot, allegedly prepared to disrupt it, but Supreme spotted him first, stopping any confrontation. From there, 50 took aim musically. He dropped Your Life's on the Line, a clear diss aimed at Ja Rule and Murder Inc. But the situation became far more serious when a track called Ghetto Quran leaked in 2000. The song named several major drug figures from Queens, including Supreme. Many saw this as a major violation of the street code.
I'ma break it down illa. Supreme was the businessman and Prince was the killer. Remember, he used to push the bulletproof BM,
That same year, in May of 2000, 50 was shot 9 times, though no one was.
Damn, bro, I'm just telling historical. But, bro, nah, bro, he in New York still. Like, if you was gonna make this story, you gotta wait like 10 more years, and then you gotta make a movie first, and then make this shit the soundtrack. Them niggas wouldn't even notice what's going on. People like, damn, he paying homage. That's how slow these niggas is. You said this in the rap. Oh, no, we understand what he's saying. It's in the background in the soundtrack. Yeah, bro. You see this movie I'm in? Face ass.
Ever charged. Many, including law enforcement, believe the leak of Ghetto Quran played a role. After the shooting, 50 was dropped from Columbia Records, and his debut album, Power of the Dollar, was shelved. On top of that, he was blackballed in the music industry. While Ja Rule was at the peak of his career, 50 had to rebuild from the ground up. While he was recovering, Ja Rule was dropping multi-platinum albums like Rule 336 and Pain is Love. These albums topped the Billboard 200 charts while Ja Rule was one of the biggest rappers in the game. Meanwhile, 50 Cent turned to the streets, releasing mixtapes independently and building a massive underground buzz. By 2002, that hustle paid off. He signed with Eminem and Dr. Dre through Shady Aftermath, and when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped in 2003, everything changed. 50 Cent was now the hottest name in the game. But even before his rise, the beef between him and Ja Rule got extremely physical. One major moment came when a promoter accidentally booked both 50 and Ja Rule to perform at the same club in Atlanta. The two met beforehand at a hotel where tensions flared. Reports say that Ja Rule had a bat in hand and was speaking with animated gestures. 50 said,
Why did he have a bat? What the hell is wrong with the 90s? What? 2000s? A bat? The hell? Was it wooden or was it high school bat? What is it, wiffle bat, nigga?
suspicious of the movements swung first. Accounts vary after that. Another incident was the Hit Factory studio brawl, where Ja and his team rushed 50's recording session. The lights were cut and several members of 50's camp, including himself and Tony Yayo, were stabbed after it was believed that someone was reaching for a firearm. A court-issued order of protection followed, leading to rumors of 50 being a snitch. This has been refuted, with it being New York law that an order of protection is issued by the court, so 50 did not ask for this at all. But this is just a synopsis of the origins of Ja Rule and 50 Cent's beef. The beef extended beyond just Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Other Murder Inc. artists got involved, and 50 started targeting rappers who sided with Ja Rule, most notably Fat Joe and Jadakiss, both of whom appeared on Ja Rule's track, New York. Diss tracks flooded the airways. One of my favorite ones from 50 Cent's side has to be Hail Mary, which features Eminem and Busta Rhymes.
91 and YDMX, blow them out. Next time grown folks talking, close your mouth.
Ja Rule's most known response was his song, Clap Back. Despite the passing of time, this is one beef that has never fully cooled off. Even in recent years, 50 and Ja Rule have reignited their feud online, taking jabs through interviews and social media. For 50, the beef became part of his origin story. For Ja Rule, it coincided with the decline of his career, fairly or unfairly. Either way, this feud reshaped the careers of both men and remains one of hip-hop's most intense and personal rivalries. Ice Cube versus NWA. Though this section is titled Ice Cube versus NWA, it also covers Dr. Dre versus Eazy-E, giving you two iconic beefs in one. You're welcome for the extra because this makes it 21 total beefs that I will cover. But as for the story, and things started falling apart when Ice Cube became suspicious of NWA's manager, Jerry Heller, feeling that he was being lied to and underpaid. When he was offered a $75,000 contract, about $191,000 a day, Ice Cube refused, believing that it was money that he was already owed. Eazy-E reportedly told Ice Cube that he would not get this money unless he signed, so Ice Cube walked away from the group in late 1989. He originally wanted Dr. Dre to produce his debut solo album.
Gang, y'all know I write the lyrics, right? What are y'all talking about? And it would have been at that point, yeah, bro, y'all are cooked. Y'all gonna have to find somebody who can rap, because can't none of y'all niggas do it.
But Eazy-E and Jerry Heller, who both ran Ruthless Records, blocked this. Instead, Ice Cube teamed up with the Bomb Squad, who produced for Public Enemy, and he dropped his debut album, America's Most Wanted, in May of 1990. This album peaked at number 19 on the Billboard 200. As of 1991, this album is platinum. At first, Ice Cube did not diss NWA, but in August of 1990, NWA dropped the 100 Miles and Running EP, where they called Ice Cube Benedict Arnold and took several shots at him. In December of that year, Ice Cube fired back on his Kill at Will EP, especially with the track Jackin' for Beats. Then in May of 1991, NWA released their final album and kept the jabs going.
When is he spit pussy protein and pearl tongue? All I want to know is why y'all let him punk your ass in the group in the first place.
For context, Benedict
Nigga, was that Chris Tucker?
Arnold was a general during the American Revolutionary War. He's widely considered to be a traitor since he betrayed the Continental Army for the British. So NWA calling Ice Cube this is them basically calling him a traitor for betraying the group by leaving and going solo. But Ice Cube ended things with a nuclear response, No Vaseline, off of his Death Certificate album that was released in October of that year.
Hey, yo, Drake, stick the You sing, calling me on a butt. You Benedict. Easy E saw your ass and went in it quick.
Ice Cube is a firm believer that this is one of the best diss tracks ever because he took on the remaining 4 members.
No, like realistically, if that's not at least a top, it got to be top 5 or 7. If that's not a top 7 diss, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Of NWA and their manager Jerry Heller all by himself. No reply ever came, as DJ Yella said that there was one planned, but it was never finished. By 1992, NWA had fallen apart and broke up. So now we have Dr. Dre versus Eazy-E. So after leaving Eazy-E and Ruthless Records, Dr. Dre went on to be a co-founder of Death Row Records alongside the infamous Suge Knight. Just like Ice Cube, Dr. Dre became frustrated with the business practices of NWA's manager.
Brother, I'm not taking no pictures with Jerry Heller like that after a nigga dropped an album called, a diss track called No Vaseline, nigga. This is just not what we're doing. Now, this picture could have been before that, but I don't care.
Jerry Heller. Stories differ on how Dr. Dre got out of his Ruthless Records contract. In the film Straight Outta Compton, it's depicted that Suge Knight intimidated Eazy-E into letting Dr. Dre go, something that many dispute, including Jerry Heller. If a hand was laid on Eazy-E, the consequences would have been immense due to his connections and the love that he had in the streets. Regardless, Eazy-E was very angry about how things went down. He's quoted as saying that Suge Knight tried to destroy his record company. Here's what Dr. Dre had to say about the situation.
Easy said, like, y'all came with them at backs, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
Swinging and all that old thing, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre came that way at Easy, you know what I'm saying? Is that the way you got it?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Innocent.
Word.
Well, Eazy-E got the Eazy-E got the last laugh because he still profited off of Dr. Dre's music thanks to a contract that made him money from anything that Dre produced or performed. That's why in Eazy-E's 1993 diss track, Real MF&Gs, he raps that Dr. Dre's diss Dre Day actually made his payday. It's estimated that Eazy-E made $1.5 million from Dr. Dre's The Chronic album that was released in December of 1992.
And I wonder why this nigga ain't never dropped another Chronic. I'm not paying no money to his estate. These are jokes, bro. I know damn well, bro. There's no way, bro. He made 1 point what off of what? Off of who what? Nigga, you ain't doing nothing.
Peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200. As of 1993, the album is triple platinum. On the album, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre diss Eazy-E, but the most notable track is Dre Day. It was released as the second single for The Chronic. It peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. It went gold the next year in 1993.
Homies you grew up with, don't even respect your ass, so now it's time for the doctor to check your ass, fool.
Eazy was not going to let this slide, and in August of 1993, he released his EP, It's On Dr. Dre, 187 Killer. This EP contained another legendary diss track, which is Real MF&Gs.
All of a sudden, Dr. Dre is the G thing, but on his own album covers he was a she thing.
I gotta update the diss list. Brother, that's a top, bro. Nigga, put that in the top 10. What the hell? Hold on, Dre. Dre, what is this? This is the thumbnail, gang.
This EP contained another legendary diss track, which is Real MF&Gs.
All of a sudden, Dr. Dre is the G thing, but on his own album covers he was a she thing.
Get him. What the f am I looking at? Hey, the 80s was crazy. Dr. Dre, this not even drip, though. It's more so his hair look cooked. Like, why is it laid back like that? And why is he in his auntie's dress? Hey, man, whatever Dre used to like to do for album cover views? Looks? I don't know what they was doing. Nigga, this is weird. Please tell me he had regular shoes on. If he had regular shoes on, this might not be as weird as I think. Also, that's not lip gloss. That's the lighting, right? Right. Please tell me I'm right. Okay, cool. So now that we addressed this, what the fuck is that? Now that we've addressed this is crazy. I might have to spin back and listen to that one. What the heck? Is he wilding game? I was about to say, I remember Dre Day. I think, yeah, that shit was hard. So I was like, damn. Like, I mentioned that song to this day. Not like reference it. Like, I don't know the lyrics. I'm talking about like the name. That's what I call Draymond Green.
This would be the peak of their feud, and sadly just 2 years later, Eazy-E passed away in March of 1995. Before his death, he patched things up with Ice Cube, and Dr. Dre reconciled with Ice Cube around the time of Doggy Style in 1993. There were talks of an NWA reunion album, but it never happened due to Eazy-E's sudden passing. While Dr. Dre visited Eazy-E in the hospital, DJ Yella was the only NWA member to attend his funeral. Despite this, Dr. Dre and the remaining members of NWA continue to honor Eazy-E's legacy. Foxy Brown versus Lil Kim. The beef between Lil Kim and Foxy is one of the longest running and most well-known rivalries in hip-hop history, especially among...
Oh, also, Diverse Mentality got a great video about this beef. God's here. Because, bro, he broke it all down. I think he played the tracks, too. So I do remember some of
female MCs. Just like a lot of beef, the two started off on friendly terms. Early in their careers, they were seen as the future of women in rap, and the industry was excited about both. Lil Kim dropped her debut album, Hardcore, in November of 1996. Just 1 week later, Foxy Brown released her own debut album, Il Nana. Because of the timing and their similar fashion and lyrical styles, the media quickly began comparing them, often framing Foxy as copying and perpetuating Kim's image and...
Yeah, that's cool. What the hell is an Il Nana? Because ill means sick. If Nana is shorthand for... You got an STI, nigga? Like, what? I'm confused. What's going on, bro? Like, what is she talking
sound.
about?
This sparked public speculation of tension, even though Kim initially denied it. In interviews, Kim said that Foxy was her girl and that she loved seeing another female rapper with a similar approach. In February of 1997, the two appeared together on the cover of The Source magazine. During Foxy's interview for the magazine, she referred to her and Kim as the Thelma and Louise of rap. This was actually a name for a planned collab album between the two. Word is that in 1997, the two were offered $500,000 apiece to show up to the Hit Factory and record the project. However, the two never showed up. Fortunately for us, we do have a taste of what this collab album might have sounded like.
Quarter flipping and clap. Now I got this ride. Pause for a second, so I'm dipping in the cat. Know it's first thought shit. I'm hitting that. Sipping grip hard, slick tripping in the back. Momentary lapse, so don't be ashamed. Many live niggas fell victim to that.
Despite initially being cool, things between the two quickly soured. According to DJ Clark Kent, who was close to both artists, Foxy is his cousin, and he also worked with Kim. He believed their falling out was more personal than professional, possibly over something small that just got blown out of proportion. Veteran journalist and former editor-in-chief of The Source, Kim Osorio, said that she heard that it was over the album packaging being similar, specifically them wearing the same outfit. She heard that one...
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Nah, bro, this gotta be the most pettiest I ever seen. So you telling me we gave up $500K? Not like we splitting the $500K. We both getting $500K. So that's $1 million deal for an album, a collab album. Because we wore the same. We could have just went to the same. We could have went to the different designer. What the fuck? All right, bro, this is petty. I was agreeing if it was like personal grievances and it's gonna make the music sound bad, but like, nigga, y'all could get over this. Well, we wore the similar fit, kind of a little bit, somewhat. Like, she got a whole hat on.
One had borrowed the outfit from the other, and it led to them not speaking. Regardless of the origin, the tension turned into a full-on rivalry. Both women started taking subliminal and direct shots at each other. The situation reached a very dangerous level in February of 2001 when Kim's entourage got into a confrontation with Capone of Capone and Noriega, a friend of Foxy, outside of Hot 97's offices in New York City. What started as an argument escalated in a shootout involving over 20 shots fired from 5 different weapons. Just a week later, Foxy Brown publicly offered a truce, telling Russell Simmons that she wanted to sit down with Lil Kim and squash the beef. I really don't know how it started, but Russell Simmons and we got together and I said, Russell, I want to call a truce. I want to have a sit down with Kim. I don't care what it is. Let's just end it. We can even do a collaboration. We're bigger than this. But Lil Kim never accepted this truce. Some believe that all of this happened because of Foxy's verse on Capone and Noriega's song, Bang Bang, which was extremely personal. Foxy called Kim...
Hold on. Ain't you supposed to have a little bit of Bed-Stuy and you Brooklyn then don't raise hoes? Is that? Yeah, hoes. Just slip and graze hoes. What bitch you soft, you push down. Damn. You ain't gonna lie, bro. We cannot piece it up, gang. You trying me. What the hell? So, young Nick 2, them can get it too. Them, okay, can't say that word. Them cigarettes act more. That word is blurred out completely. I'm assuming it's the B word. Then you let the nigga rest in peace hop off his what? Schmagingit. This nigga. I don't know what that word is. Schlong. I don't know what that word is. Do you? No, I can't. Like, you literally can't rap it if you don't know what the word is, because she's rapping off of that word. So, and y'all hoes is like, I can't read that. Fox. Oh, F Fox. Well, screw y'all too. Let's be truthful. Give you a uff. Give a uff. If your album pushed back, then your album get pushed back too, gang. Foxy. Didn't your album get pushed back too, gang? And when it hit the streets, you're still weak. Okay, cool. She started off in the beginning, and she was cooking. You know, she was cooking a little bit. She called her soft, called her ussy. She said of them guys that she's with, Lil Kim, and she called them cigarettes. Yep, she's getting canceled.
Him out directly, even referencing Biggie to let him rest in peace, and accused Lil Kim of clout chasing off of his name. Interestingly, in 2002, things got even messier when Diddy began working with Foxy. Though Kim was never officially signed to Bad Boy, she was heavily affiliated with Diddy and Bad Boy Records. In 2003, Foxy's album Il Na Na 2, The Fever, was reportedly being executive produced by Diddy and a Bad Boy.
So it is an STI. Like, what are we talking about? Il Na Na 2, The Fever. Like, you didn't get it checked. The first album, you didn't get it checked. So now on the second album, she's sicker. She got a fever now. Like, what's Il Na Na 3? Hospice? What is going on?
Jam joint venture. The album, however, faced numerous delays and was eventually shelved, though it later leaked online. In 2004, things took a legal turn when Lil Kim was indicted and charged with perjury, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy in relation to the Hot 97 incident. She was convicted in 2005 and sentenced to a year and a day in prison and fined $50,000. Lil Kim was released in 2006. Despite decades passing and both women becoming icons in their own right, the tension between Lil Kim and Foxy has never been fully resolved. Their beef stands as a cautionary tale of how media hype, industry politics, and personal misunderstandings can turn a promising friendship into a lifelong rivalry. Young Jeezy versus Gucci Mane.
Oh shit, we're going to the, well, why are we calling this the A? I guess. We're going to GA, bare minimum. Yeah, that's like a nice little stopping point. Nigga, it's a whole another 40 minutes of this shit. Let me hit that button on that. So yeah, bro, that's part one of all the rap beefs explained ever. It's just a lot. Please, if you have an Il Na Na, get it checked out. Please don't spread around Il Na Na. It sounds like a sickness, and I'm concerned. That's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, share your thoughts on the video in the comment section below. Hit the notification bell so you can stay updated when I drop videos on this channel. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Stay safe, y'all. The fuck is an Il Na Na, man? What the, like, bro? I'm not listening to that shit. My ear might get a disease. What the fuck?
Baby, slide by to my mausoleum. She got